Remember shop class in middle school and you'd go make like a pencil box, you'd get sawdust all over your hypercolor shirt? Maybe just me, that's cool. No worries, this is so much better than that. This is Marc Adams School of Woodworking in Whiteland, Franklin. It's both. It's like right on the line. This is Marc Adams School of Woodworking. This is around the South Side. Well, first of all, I guess just fill me in on the story of how Marc Adams School of Woodworking came to be.
We came into existence 26 years ago.
Okay.
And before that point in time, I had a cabinet shop, furniture shop. We did architectural millwork, and I started that right out of college. So I've actually never worked for anybody in my life but me.
Yeah.
In 1990, we started the school. That summer I did all the workshops, did all the classes, did all the material prep, did everything myself. I had nobody to work for me. I did 16 classes. We took 10 people in a class. We had 160 people there.
Wow.
And but that about killed me. So the next year I decided to start bringing people in. And as I did, I already was on a national speaking tour. So I knew the big name crafts people in America. And so it was real easy for me to be able to get them to come and teach here. I think the second year we had maybe 7 additional instructors. And this year we have 110 instructors. We're offering 240 workshops taught by the best craftsmen of all modern time.
Yeah.
And that's way beyond woodworking. We do everything. We do glass blowing, we do blacksmithing, we do jewelry making, we do concrete casting, we do sword making.
Really?
Real life sword making, yeah. And the guys who do the classes for me are the guys who do the props for Hollywood.
Really?
So, yeah, and we've got an upholstery class that we're doing right now, as a matter of fact. So we do a little bit of everything in terms of craft.
Yeah.
Our average age of person that comes here is probably in the neighborhood of the mid-50s or so. They're very successful people, well-educated, and definitely not making their living at craft, but they enjoy taking their time in learning and making. So they're basically a making type of community.
Is it all word of mouth then that people know, like people on the other side of the globe know that you're here? Is it word of mouth? Is that how people are finding you?
Well, pretty much. One of the people that's here right now is the editor of the largest craft magazine in the UK. And so he'll go back and he'll write something on it. And so that kind of fire just spreads. Back in the days when the early years of the school, I was already on a lecture circuit. And like I said, at that point in time, every weekend I'd be out in front of tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
And so I did that for probably 10 or 15 years at the beginning of the school. And so we had a built-in market of people that were ready to come. And just through word of mouth and spreading, that's about all we do.
Are you still teaching every year? You teach some courses still?
In a typical summer for us, we run from April until October. And during that time period, I'll do as many as 14 to 16 workshops, which is way too many to do. But I do enjoy the teaching side of it.
What are your favorite things that you teach personally, like some of the favorite workshops?
I like to do a lot of veneering. So veneering is kind of my thing that I do. So I do a lot of veneering, and I also do a lot of advanced and complex joinery. Putting pieces together in unique and unusual ways.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the things that I specialize in.
Would you say you're the world's greatest joiner ever?
No.
Can I say that? We are here with the world's greatest joiner ever.
I'm not even sure how to spell the word joiner, so I'm not even in that ballpark.
What about veneerist?
Veneerist.
The world's greatest veneerist.
One interesting thing about veneer is Indiana is the veneering capital of the world.
Well, we all know that.
So just 15 miles from here is one of the largest veneer mills in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah, in Edinburgh, Indiana, and you could throw a rock and hit 3 more plants closer than we have. A veneer mill in downtown Indianapolis. And as you get down to southern Indiana, we are the veneering capital of the world. More veneer comes from this state than anywhere else on earth.
I've done one woodworking project in my life. I built a toy box just from some plans I bought online. A toy box for my daughter when she turned 1. And it came out okay. I had a blast making it, but I could tell you like every flaw on the box that I was not able to fix. Is that something like you get past that at some point where you're like, I'm now making relatively flawless pieces?
There is nothing that's made that doesn't have some kind of a little something in it somewhere. It just doesn't happen. And people, when they especially get into it, think that things have to be made perfect because what they see is perfect, at least to them.
Right.
What they don't know is they don't know the tricks to cover things up, to repair, to patch, to fix.
Yeah.
And the maker always knows, but,
Yeah.
but the people will never know. But that's what craftsmanship is all about. You're never the best craftsman, you're always working toward being a craftsman.
Except for you,
Except
the
for
greatest,
me.
the nearest,
And joiner.
and joiner in the history. Are we also the joining capital of the world? Could we say
You know
that?
what, it very well could. It originated right here in Whiteland, Indiana.
Yes, it did. That's right. I love it. Do you offer things for people that have never done this stuff before but are interested?
We go to both extremes. We have a lot of classes that are beginning workshops. We have a lot of classes geared at those people who only want to work traditionally with hand tools. We have a lot of apprenticeship classes that are for people that are very advanced at what they do.
Yeah.
And we also have technology workshops where they can come and program it on their computer, hit send, and send it to a machine that will do the cutting for them.
Okay.
So we go all of the gamut from absolute very beginners all the way to people who are doing the most complex and advanced work that they can.
Yeah.
And again, those people who are teaching those classes, it's a lifetime opportunity to be able to spend time with those people. To give you an idea, one of the guys who teaches here, his name's Grit Laskin. And Grit Laskin is from Canada, and he's a guitar maker, and Bob Dylan plays Grit Laskin's guitar. But recently on TV, Alex Trebek is retired, and he's got cancer. And they did a special on him about his achievements in life. And he said the number one thing, that's the most important thing, and the greatest achievement he's ever accomplished, is he's won the Order of Canada in the nation of Canada, which is an award that's presented by the Queen. Grit Laskin has that same award.
Really?
So the thing is, when people come here, they're going to be able to spend time with people at that caliber.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the philosophy we've taken here, is to always bring in the people who are absolutely at the best.
Yeah.
Work is at the Louvre, the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian actually does workshops here. And so the time that you get to spend with them is the attraction with why people come from all over the world, to spend time specifically with these people.
You have a guitar making class, right? Like, or workshops about guitar making. Tell me about that, like what that process is like. How long is that workshop?
We do a lot of, and actually we do a lot of luthier and music workshops. This year we've got a class that's going to take 3 years to complete, 1 year each summer, making a violin.
Wow.
But we do several guitar making classes, and believe it or not, the students come, it's a 6 or 7 day workshop, depending upon the style of the guitar.
Yeah.
And it is not a kit. You do everything yourself from the very beginning to the very end. The guy who teaches that, his name's John Ressler, and he's absolutely a phenomenal teacher.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because people who have no woodworking experience at all can come and take that class and leave with a very good sound, playable guitar out of unique and very special woods. It's a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
So we've done classes and everything from making drums to making all kinds of guitars, to mandolins, to you name it. We've done it.
This guitar making thing, Jordy, it might have to be a bucket list thing for me. I might have to put that on the bucket list. Tell me about like the workshop itself, what all you have here like on campus, as far as what's here.
Well, we have we're somewhere just under 50,000 square feet of space. We can do up to 7 workshops at a time. Wow. We can handle over 100 people here, which is we average somewhere between 80 to 100 people a week. And each facility is totally equipped, beyond equipped. To give you an idea, we have $60,000 just in clamps.
Wow.
We have right at $100,000 just in workbenches. So the point is, when people come here, they have their own individual space. If they are in the process of making something, they don't have to wait in line for equipment, because there's plenty of equipment for them to be able to do that. But the point is that the facilities are not lacking.
We could also say it's probably the clamp capital of the world.
Yeah, it has
probably
to be
the workbench capital
There's
of the
nobody.
world.
You know, clamps are like dollars in the bank. You can never have too many of them.
There you go.
And
I
so,
love it. What if people want to learn more? Where would you send them?
Well, first of all, you can come and visit us. The doors are always open. But our webpage is www.marcadams.com. We do have a Facebook page, and we do Pinterest, and we do all of those things so people can kind of keep up with what's going on here.
Yeah.
On our webpage, we have a SmugMug account, so people could go back and look at photos from the last 10 or 15 years of workshops, and we probably have well over 100,000 photos there.
Wow.
So it gives people an opportunity to kind of look at workshops and see people, and of course they can always stop by and pick up a brochure too.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's official, Mark. You are on the bucket list, my friend. I'm gonna make my own guitar here. That's it. We'll make a video about that too. Jordy, be awesome, right? How great would that be?
Has to be done.
But thanks for having us. Thanks for the time, man. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it too.
I love the smell of sawdust in the morning, and you can smell it too. Check out the courses here at Marc Adams School of Woodworking. Come check out the veneer capital of the world with the greatest craftsmen that have ever existed. I'm not one to exaggerate. Check it out. We'll talk to you next time.